What's up, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. My name is Alex. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm going to show you how to make stickers using Canva, which is a graphic design program, and your Cricut Design Space and your Cricut. So, materials that you will need are a computer, a laptop, or you could use like an iPad. I believe it also, Design Space works on a tablet too, so you can use that. You're going to need a regular printer that can print color and like detailed pictures. You're going to need a Cricut machine. I personally have an Explore Air 2. And then you're going to need photo paper. So stickers and a couple other things, but before I get into that, and by photo paper I meant sticker paper. So this sticker, this is a matte. A lot of these stickers on my computer are stickers that I made using this method. So this AOC one, this We Believe one, the uterus one, normalize self-care, and then this oils one, those are ones I made using this method. And I personally use Nito Labels super glossy waterproof sticker paper. And when I'm making stickers, especially if I'm putting them on a water bottle, things like that, things that are just going to see a lot of wear and tear, this is my go-to sticker paper. I've tried a few different papers, and this is the one that I've landed on as the one that works best for me and what I'm doing. Now, if I'm making stickers for my planner, I don't need the waterproof sticker paper, so I usually just do this same from Nito Labels, this matte finish vinyl label. Another option is clear stickers, and Nito Labels might make a clear sheet. I'm not actually certain if they do, but before I found Nito Labels, when I made clear stickers, I've done the Avery shipping labels full sheet, and then make sure you're picking it for the printer that you have. I have an inkjet printer. All right, and then other things that you're gonna need are, you don't need this is optional, but some like spatula tool for your Cricut, and then you will need some Scotch tape as well. All right, so with that being said, let's get into the tutorial and the video. Totally forgot to say that I will link some of these items in the description below, especially the Nito Labels. I'll probably link the Cricut and the printer that I have. Yeah, I'll link some of these items. Some of them, you can figure out what kind of computer you have, or I'm guessing you already have a computer. If you're clicked on this video, you probably already have a Cricut too. But anyways, I'm gonna link all of that. All right, so you're gonna want to open Canva, and once you've gotten Canva opened, and you'll go there by going to www.canva.com. And you can either start from the home page. I'll start there. So I'm going to go create a design. And for stickers, I usually do 2 inches by 2 inches. So first you want to go over and select inches if that's what your metric system is that you use. And then you'll go to create new design. I've already done the prep work of making the sticker, so I'm going to open the design I have. And I'm going to pretend like I'm starting from scratch. So I am going to select all and delete that. So different options for you. So if you're making a sticker with text, for example, you can go over to this left-hand side and select text. And then there's different options here. So you can either choose a font combination that you would like. You can scroll through and see which ones seem like what you would want for your project. So let's say we're doing this Hello Darling. That's one option. Another option is to add a text box and then go up and change the font of the text by going up here to this toolbar. And you'll see the text here and then selecting the text that you would like. So one thing to keep in mind is if you're using the free version of Canva, anywhere where you see this little crown here means that this is a pro item, a pro design. So if you go to try and download or print the design, you're going to have to pay for that design. So just something to keep in mind. If you're an educator, you can get a free pro version of Canva as an educator with your educator email, with your school email. Okay. So then let's say, whoops, I did not mean to do that. So let's say that I have made my sticker, I've added the text. We're just going to pretend like that's what I want is baked fresh. What we're going to do next is if you want to add something that's like a graphic or an image, you're going to come over to this left-hand toolbar and select Elements. Okay, and let's say I am making something, let's say I'm making a baked, like something grocery related. So I'm going to select here this bag of groceries, excuse me, and I am going to add that onto the canvas. So if you want to search for, let's say I'm looking for like a loaf of bread. You can type in bread into the search bar here, and then I usually do a graphic. So you can do a graphic, which is essentially like a graphic design, or you can do a photo. Let's say I want to do this cute little kawaii inspired piece of bread. That's adorable. So you can either click it and it'll show up on the canvas, or you can drag it and drop it. And then you want to resize it to whatever size that you would like. So once I have what I would like on the canvas, let's say that you want to, let's say this is off center and you want to make these images or these elements centered. So I'm going to click on the text and then come up to this top toolbar, and I'm going to click the three dots where it says more, and then I'm going to go to position, and then you'll see where it says align to page. I'm going to pick center. Another cool thing you can do is, let's say that I've got, I'm just going to add like 3 lines. 1, 2, whoops, and 3. Oops, okay. So let's say I've got these lines of text here, and let's say I want them aligned. So I'm going to take my mouse and I'm going to left click and drag to select all of those elements. Go up to those 3 dots, go to position, and then I would like to have it tidy up. So you can select tidy up, or you can go to horizontally. Nope, that didn't do what I thought it was gonna do. I suppose they're next to each other, so vertically. There we go. Nope, that didn't do it. All right, I'm just gonna go to position and go to left. There we go. So now you'll see that they are at the same level. So different options you can do with your design. All right, so let's say you're done with your sticker, and you might be wondering, why are you not centering this? And you'll see why in a minute, because this background is going to be transparent. So both of these things are already centered. As you can see, it's grayed out, so that means it's already been selected. They're centered to each other. So it doesn't really matter that it's not in the center of the box, because when I pull it into design space, it's going to be, there's not going to be this white background. So now you are done creating your sticker. You want to go ahead and download. So you're going to select this share box. You're going to pick download. And then I usually do PNG file. And because I want this to be great quality, I take this dial and I press it and hold it, and then turn it all the way up. And then, like I said, you are going to want this to be a transparent background. So you're going to tick that box, transparent background. And when you're making it, you can, if you're doing more than one sticker in a design, which I normally do, you can either download them all together and you'll have to unzip the file, or you can download them one by one. I personally think downloading them together will save time. So I'm going to do that just for the sake of this tutorial. So I'm downloading both of these. And then once I've made sure that everything is how I want it, I'm going to select done and download. So whatever browser you're using, it'll show up in the downloads folder. And then I'll show you what to do from here. So I want to save this. So I'm going to click that Save As, and now I am going to download this into my, let's just do, I'm going to do my Cricut folder because, you know, that's what this is. So selecting whatever folder you want to download your image. So it's going to be, like I said, a compressed or a zipped file. So once I've got that how I want it to be, I'm going to click Save. All right, once you've got that opened, you're going to go to New Project. And then from here, you'll go into select Upload, Upload Image. You can drag and drop. I usually do Browse. And then find the image that you, or the sticker that you're making. Click it, select Open. And then when I import it, I am usually doing complex. That way it gets all the details. It looks really nice and professional. Select Continue. And here's where you would edit any white background. If you didn't download it as a transparent background file, but because that's what we did, everything looks good. So I don't need to delete anything. And then I'm going to select Apply and Continue. And then I am going to select Print, then Cut Image. And you can save it to a collection if you would like. And then select Upload. Okay. And then once you found that, you're going to click on the sticker that you would like, hit Add to Canvas. Obviously that's bigger than you're going to want. I mean, I suppose you can make a sticker like that, but you're going to want it a lot smaller. So like I said, I usually do mine about 2 by 2, and I'm just going to make this one slightly smaller than 2 by 2, and you'll see why in a second. So if we were to print the sticker like this as is, what's going to happen is when the Cricut goes to cut it, it's going to cut around each of these individual letters, and you don't want that because you want it to cut around the whole sticker or image as a whole. So in order to change that, what you need to first do is select the sticker or the design. Go up here to the operations bar where it says print and cut. You're going to click here, and then you're going to select cut. So then from here, what we're going to do is well, actually, you don't need to do that. I'm going to undo that. So what we're going to do is we're going to offset this image, which means that it's going to kind of like outline the design, which will be how we want it to be as a sticker. So you can see this like little blue line on the outside. Let me go back there. And then you'll want to move the dial based on how like much you want the outline to go around the sticker. I usually like to have it be pretty close to that 0 mark. And sometimes it takes, a minute to kind of think and make that outline or that offset. So that's actually a little too close. So if I were to do it like this, what's going to happen is it's going to cut around each of these individual items. So we don't want that. I think I usually do like a point, like a 0.125 is typically what I'm doing. And you can also adjust it here. I might just adjust it to 0.11 because I like angel numbers. And then I'm going to select apply. Okay, maybe it didn't go through that first time. All right, so now you'll see that it made this outline. And let's say, so I'm going to keep this here, but let's say that we're doing a offset and it's going to be, let's say it's like a little bit smaller. Let's do like a 0.08. Okay, let's do 0.05. And sometimes like it doesn't, like it didn't make the offset until I hit apply. So let's say that I am doing it like this. So what you're going to want to do is to get rid of some of this negative space is go up to like select to the offset, make sure that's selected, then go up to operations. You're going to go to cut, and then select basic cut. And then from there, you're going to hit this, go over to this bar here where it has all the different elements, go to contour. And then to get rid of some of this negative space, you can select it from this menu, like over on the right side, this toolbar, or you can actually like click on the negative space and it'll as you can see, it's highlighted here. So let's say that this is what I want to do. Again, like I wouldn't normally do this because it's going to cut around each of, like this little plant is going to be on its own. I want it to all be together. But let's say that that's how did I already select that piece? Yes. Let's say that that's how I want it to be. So once you've selected all the parts that you want to like cut out, pretty much is what the contour is doing. You just hit the close button, and as you can see, it filled in those parts. So I'm going to delete that, so we don't need that. And then for this part, I'm going to change the color. But before we change the color, what we need to do is change the color of the canvas. So first make sure that you are clicked like on the canvas itself, not on one of these elements. And then you're going to come up here to, okay, for some reason I forget where this is sometimes. Oh, blank canvas? No. Yes, okay. So I go to blank canvas and then I go to color and I'm going to just change the color to this color. All right, so now I'm going to go back to the offset and I'm going to change this to a white because you don't want it, I mean, maybe that's what you want is to print it in color. I usually just do a white offset. So the same functionality that we had in Canva, you also have in Design Space to center the items. So I'm going to select both, and I'm going to do that by left clicking my mouse and then dragging and selecting both items. And then I'm going to go to Align, and I want it in the center, so I'm going to select Center. All right, and you'll see how that moved. Now I'm going to select both again together. And now what I want to do is I want to flatten, which means that these are going to be cut as one piece rather than two separate pieces. So now you can see here it's one separate piece. So now here it's a little bit bigger than what I want, so I'm just going to make this a little smaller until it's out at the minimum. One of these is at 2 inches. All right, so now that I have that ready to go, the next thing that you'll need to do, and you can do this first. Honestly, I usually do this last, but the next thing that you'll need to do is you're going to need to make a box the same shape as what is like the print and cut area. So the print and cut, the way it works is that it makes this black outline around your entire design, so that way the Cricut can read it. So I'm going to go to square, and then I need to unlock this so that it doesn't lock the proportion, so I can edit the width and the height separately. And then I believe the width is 6, and then the height is 9. Okay. So this way you can see like the area that you're working with. You know how much space you have to work with. So you're going to want this square to be in the back. So I'm going to click send to back. And then that way I know like how many stickers I can fit on this page. So if, let's say I'm just making a whole sheet of these stickers. So I'm going to find the sticker together, and you can either select it by going to this toolbar over here or hit it with your mouse. You can do right click, hit copy. You can click this duplicate button. Or you can, as you see it, you can do Control D once you have that selected, and then I'll duplicate it. So you're going to want to do that, and I've also, I had it copied to my clipboard, so now I'm just hitting Control V, which is paste, Control C is copy, Control V is paste. So I am going to, make enough of these so that it fills out the whole sheet. And we'll go through and, make the best use of this space here in a second. Okay. So this will be, about as many stickers as is going to fit on this canvas. So I'm going to scroll in, and then I'm going to scroll all the way over. So I'm going to make sure that this is all the way up and over as it can be, which it is. And now I'm going to kind of arrange this so that we're, like I said, using up all the space that we can. And you might need to, like, you know, stagger them a little. Okay. And depends on the shape, right? Like in some of them you might want to like rotate a little. So if you're doing stickers of different shapes, that, you know, like I said, you're making the best use of, well, you're making the best use of your space, of your canvas. Okay, so now that I've got enough of the stickers on here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna want to hide the square that we made. So you'll select the square, and then you can hover over the element and you'll see this little eye icon, and you're gonna click it, so that means it's gonna hide it. And now what you want to do is you want to select all of these. I usually like shortcuts, so I do Control A on my keyboard, and then I'm gonna go to attach, which means it'll print the way that it's arranged on my canvas right now. Okay, so now we're going to make it. Okay, so you need to prep your printer, put the sticker sheet in the printer in whatever orientation that you'll need so that the stickers are printing on the sticker side, not on the transfer tape or the protector side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click Make It, and it's going to take a minute to kind of load it. And as you can see here, there's that square that we talked about. So make sure that when you're doing this, that if you make that offset and if you need a contour or anything, that you are making sure that it's selected as a print then cut, not a cut file. So now that I have this sheet here, I'm going to click Continue, and then I'm going to click Send to Printer. Okay, and so you'll see this print dialog show up. The way I like to print is I unselect bleed, and bleed essentially means like it fills in the colors, I believe. I don't really know what bleed means. I usually unselect it for stickers because I've left the bleed on, and it just like, it fills in colors, and you don't want that, like, right? You want it to look crisp and professional and clear. And then I usually print using System Dialog, and then hit Print. And then once the print dialog comes up, you'll want to make sure the printer is selected, go to Preferences, and then Print Quality, I turn all the way up to high. And then make sure that, you know, grayscale isn't turned off, anything like that. I believe that I usually do like regular paper. Let's see. I'm just gonna select photo paper. Maybe I do photo paper. I can't recall. I'll make sure that I clarify my process. But I'm gonna select glossy here. And then again, I'm gonna change that print quality to high. And then I'm gonna click OK. And then I'm gonna click Print. And now it's gonna print. So the way my printer is oriented, whatever's on the bottom is what's gonna be printed on. So I put the sticker side that way. Next, you're going to want to turn on your Cricut machine. I have an Explorer 2. And then you're going to want to turn the dial to custom. And then you're going to need your standard grit mat. Take off the protective film. And then grab your sticker sheet and place it on the mat. I'm going to have to do this to the side because of the camera stand. Okay, and then you can either press it down with your hand. And then the next thing that you'll need to do is take that Scotch tape that we grabbed, and you're going to want to cover the registration marks, because otherwise the Cricut won't know the area and won't be able to read these registration marks. So this way it makes it so that it is more likely able to read it. And obviously, you know, make sure you're not putting the tape, oops, sorry, I moved the camera a little. Obviously, make sure you're not putting the tape like over the area that your sticker is going to be. I mean, it's not a huge deal if you do. Especially if these stickers are for you and you're not like selling them. Okay. So now that it's printed, it's on the mat, it's ready to go. You've turned the dial to custom. You're going to want to do heavy cardstock. So I have this starred, so I have it saved, but in order to find that base material, you'll click Browse All Materials. Alright, so once you've selected Browse All Materials, you can either go through by scrolling down to cardstock and then finding heavy cardstock, or you can use the search function. And then if you're going to be making stickers regularly, I'd suggest hitting the star button, which will add it to your favorites. Select that and then go down to done. Alright, and then from here you will want to make sure mirror is not turned on. You can leave your blade pressure at default, and then you're going to want to go and load it. Let me just refresh this. Alright, so now it's connected. I might need to go through those steps again now that it's reconnecting. Okay, so now that I've got everything selected, I'm going to load the sheet. So you'll press it up against these, not sure what these are called, whatever they are, and then hit the blinking button. And then once the Cricut symbol blinks, you're going to press that to start cutting. Alright, so I just recorded that last video, realized my headphones are still connected to my computer, so I loaded it, I pressed the, pushed the mat up against these, you can't see my finger, up against the little spinny things, wheels, and then pressed I'm going to move the camera for a second, and then pressed this button here. And then when this light was blinking, it was ready to go, I pressed the Cricut button. And then what happened next was it kind of searched for the registration mark. So There are times where when I do it with this method using the tape, it doesn't pick up the registration mark. And once this done's cutting, I'll show you what a secondary or an alternative hack is for that, if that happens to you. So now it's going to cut. And while that's cutting, you'll see that it says cutting 1 of 3 passes. So this means that it's going to cut over the design multiple times because we selected that heavy cardstock. So that means it's going to be what's called a die cut. And a die cut, I don't know why they call it a die cut. I find it an odd name, but it's going to cut all the way through so that each individual sticker will be its individual own piece, meaning that you're not going to pull up an individual sticker and it's going to stay on the same backing or transfer tape or the transfer paper as all the other stickers. And you'll see what I mean when it's done. Alright, now that it's done, I am going to unload the mat by pressing I'm going to move. Alright, so there you have it. Now you've got a bunch of stickers that you made from start to finish from Design Space, or from Canva, I mean, and you're ready to go. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up, give it a good like, and then, well, I'm just having a moment where I'm like the ring light you can see in my glasses, and then there's like another reflection behind it. That is wild. So like I said, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like. If you know someone that would be interested in a tutorial like this, feel free to share it with them. You can hit subscribe. I don't put out a ton of videos, I'm gonna be honest, but I do plan to like put out videos here and there with things like this or other passions of mine that are not involving crafting or planning. Typically it's gonna be a lot of crafting and planning videos, so feel free to hit that subscribe button. Anyways, thank you so much. I'll put information and links for the sticker sheets for the design that I made. I'll put that all in the description below. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoy making stickers. And if you do make stickers using this method, feel free to tag me. My social media will be in the description, and or I think if you click on the profile. I don't use YouTube that much, so I don't really know how that works, but you can find my social media there. Feel free to tag me if you make stickers using this method. I'd love to see your creations, and yeah, thanks again. Have a great day. Enjoy your stickers.